Did you know that 70% of small business owners, new entrepreneurs, fail before the 5-year mark?
Yep.
The places you market are secondary to the real issue. You can pick the perfect platform and you can fail.
Oh, yeah.
You can choose the perfect timing to have put a message out there and you can fail.
Welcome to Be Bold Branding, where we discuss the power of differentiating yourself through your own unique story and standout personal brand.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
Hi. So today we're going to talk about failures, and I'm quite sure that that isn't
The dirty word?
the dirty word, the dirty F word, failure. So, let me guess, your marketing that you've been doing forever is either bringing little results or no results, right? Or not nearly the results you feel that it should be bringing you. So today we're going to talk about literally what no one else is talking about because we're just that kind.
Yeah.
Really.
We're being sweet.
We're being sweet.
Honest. We're being honest. That's what it really
true.
boils down to. Look, I know a little bit about this subject. I've been a serial entrepreneur since I was 18 years old, really long before that. Since in the 5th grade, let me tell you a quick story. I went to what was called back then the Eckerd drugs. I had saved up a little bit of my money. I spent $3.50 plus tax on a mechanical pencil that did not click from the top. It clicked from the down here where your finger was. I had to have it. Yeah, I took it to school the next day, and a good friend of mine named Wayne, still friends with him to this day, he had to have it. And so I took that $3.79 plus, with the tax and everything, and I sold it to him for $11. And I knew then I was going to be a serial entrepreneur for the rest of my life. Okay. But the problem with that is, as I've tried to grow businesses, I found that they didn't work. My marketing didn't work. My marketing sucked. In fact, I've been told my marketing sucked by agents and other people that I was supposed to be trying to help until I met this beautiful lady right here beside me. And she taught me what we're going to teach y'all today about why your marketing doesn't work.
Okay. So let's start with quick intros. I'm Tanya Eberhard. I'm the founder of BrandFace, and we help experts and entrepreneurs differentiate themselves. And we do that through personal branding.
And I'm Michael Carr. I'm the COO of BrandFace. I was actually a client 8 years ago, and the principles that she taught me then, and now we teach to people all over the country and in other countries, it's helped my company become so successful that I bought into BrandFace to help other people just like yourself. And now we're the most comprehensive personal brand building system across the globe. And everything that we're going to talk to you about today, I religiously do every day, and my company grows. Remember this, a good message is always going to find a good listener, and we got a great message for you here today.
That's right. And thank you, Nina Perez, a good friend of ours. She says,
Hey,
failure is feedback.
Yes.
I love it.
I like that a lot.
I love it, Nina.
I love that.
Okay. So literally, guys, there are hundreds or thousands of places to market yourself and your business. And at this point, you may feel like you have just tried them all. Literally, our team talks to people every day who feels like, if I have to just do one more thing with marketing, if I see one more shiny marketing piece go past my window, right? So frustration just doesn't begin to express how you feel, from Google ads to SEO to YouTube videos to CRMs, you name it, it is endless, right?
It really is. Of course, social media. I mean, that's just gotten to where, like, I throw up in my mouth a little bit every time I talk about it, because it's like, social media doesn't work. I've posted as much as Gary V and nobody listens. I don't ever get any likes. You hear these things. And that, we have dozens of people every day that we talk to that say the exact same thing, right? Most of us, it hasn't really worked either. It didn't for me for a long time. And at least it hasn't worked the way you thought it should.
That's right. That's right. And where all this came from, guys, just hang with me for a minute, because we're getting to that point about that number one failure. Okay. But I got to tell the story to get there. I was in the media industry for 18 years, and I worked for a company the last 6 years. I worked for a company that literally they owned every possible media outlet in that region. They owned a daily newspaper, weekly suburban newspapers, a television station, a radio network, an FM station, an AM station, 12 digital outlets, and a direct mail company. Now, I don't know if I've missed
That
anything, but
pretty
doesn't
much
matter.
covers it all.
Doesn't matter. So I
Other
know
than inventing Facebook, they pretty
that's
much had it all.
they did have it all. So I know a thing or two about marketing options. And, I spent years kind of learning to coordinate the different mediums to work together beautifully to communicate this single, really powerful message. But this may surprise you guys. And this is the nugget you're tuning in for, guys. Give me a drum roll. All right. The places you market are secondary to the real issue. The places you market are not the problem. Okay. Let's take just a moment and review. Marketing is using different marketing vehicles, platforms, and channels to get a message out to your ideal customers. However, that message and image that you're putting on those marketing channels and vehicles, that is your brand. Okay. So what happens if you just decide one day, hey, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to leave my corporate job. I'm going to go market myself, right? Well, what if you don't know what you're marketing yet? Because the truth remains, you can pick the perfect platform and you can fail.
Oh, yeah.
You can choose the perfect timing to have put a message out there and you can fail. And you can extend the most incredible offer and you can still fail.
And honestly, you could outspend everybody and still fail.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
All the time, right? Nobody tells you this. Why? Because most of the people who are selling you stuff, the shinies out there, the different marketing tools, the platforms, are not educated in branding and marketing strategies. That's really what it boils down to. Like she's building up here, it's not the platform.
They're educated in the features and the benefits of their product.
Yeah. You see, the marketing platform is not the problem. As long as the marketing platform that you choose out of hundreds of them reaches your ideal customer. People say this all the time to us. They're like, well, a newspaper's dead. You shouldn't use newspaper. I say, well, if your ideal customer is reading the newspaper, that's exactly where you ought to be. That's what we want you guys to sort of let soak into your mind here. It's easy to say that radio is dead, but if your ideal customer is listening to the radio, then it's not dead. Your ideal customer is still on it.
The problem, guys, is the message and image that you're putting on those marketing platforms. Are you the solution your customers are seeking? And do you stand out from others in your industry who are attempting to do the same thing as you? Because you're not the only one, right? Nobody is.
Right.
How do you communicate this in an unforgettable way? And this is all part of the brand and strategy that must be in place before you market or advertise anywhere. I know on the surface it sounds like, well, duh, of course it is, right? But do you have any idea how many people don't do that? Did you know that 70% of small business owners, new entrepreneurs, fail before the 5-year mark?
Yep.
No, but the 10-year mark. They completely fail before the 10-year mark. What I want to know is what was going on from year 1 to year 10. If they waited till year 10 to kind of close the doors, what was happening in that year 1 to year 10? Well, I can tell you what was happening. They were attempting to market without building a brand first, because that's what happens. If you do that, your chance of failure is going to be much, much higher.
Yeah, I'm going to give a little teaser right here. We're going to have a big announcement that I've been involved in it, and it's been a process of about 5 years building up to it. It's going to be totally different than anything you've ever heard us talk about before. But before that we launch this and let anybody know, you know what I'm working on right now? The brand of what I'm going to be releasing as that, because I realize just how important that is. I haven't started marketing. I haven't done anything with it yet. And the reason why is because I've got to perfect that brand before I let even you guys in on the teaser. And then that's even before I let the rest of the world know what we're going to do. You know why? You got to stop throwing marketing money against the wall to see what sticks. I did it for 20 years, 22 years nearly, and I met her. I stopped doing it. I can track now every vertical I advertise in. And I can tell you within a modicum of cents, like percentages, small percentages, single digit percentages of what my Facebook ads are going to produce, what my billboards are going to produce, what my radio ads are going to produce, what my newspaper, everywhere that I show up, direct mail, any of those things, I can tell you. And the reason that I can tell you is because she helped me build the brand out. And now the brand can speak for itself. I know exactly who I'm talking to and exactly what to say to them.
Yeah, and guys, think about this. Why would you let's think about all those entrepreneurs, and I call it the cemetery of lost entrepreneurs, right? You don't want to end up there,
Nope.
because think about all those people. They have hopes, they have dreams,
Mhm.
they have a very honorable and genuine intention to help other people. But how can they do that if they don't first stop and work on that brand first? Like,
Mhm.
what's more important than that is what I want to know. Somebody tell me there's something more important than that, because I'm going to disagree with you, and we'll
Yeah, I
stay
know.
on till 5 o'clock and talk about it. Actually, it truly is the most important part, because it's your story. It's the why you're doing something. People will know what you do a lot of times, but they don't know why you do it. Right.
Right.
And the why you do it factors into the why they would want to work with you.
That is the most important thing,
It
is
truly
your
is.
ideal customer's why.
Yeah.
Right.
So on this particular topic, there's a whole lot more we could teach. It goes splinters off into a million different areas when it comes to branding. But
Mhm.
the fact is, the solution is simple. It's a 3-step process. Define your personal brand, develop your personal brand, then display your personal brand to attract exactly who you want to attract, and live the business and life that you deserve. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And you can do that by going to discussyourbrand.com. That's where you start your journey, guys. So
Yep, we'd love to talk to you wherever you are, even if you just want questions answered about what is all this talk about personal branding or branding, period. Because as we've talked about in other of our shows, branding's not defined by everybody, but she wrote the book on it, right? So you need to follow her advice, and trust me on this. My company is living proof of it every day. And we do these things, guys, for prosperity. And when we say prosperity, we're not just talking about money. We're talking about a full 360 of the abundant life we truly wish for every one of you out there. We know at BrandFace that prosperity favors the bold. So we say be
be
bold,
bold.
folks, especially with your brand. Build that personal brand. It'll change your life. And of course, thank you, Miss Tanya.
Thank you. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Appreciate it. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. And don't forget to please like, love, share, and subscribe, so you can be the first one to hear about the next video like this. All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Brought to you by BrandFace, the only comprehensive personal brand building system across the globe.